Hey everybody, Ask Angela Anything episode 7 starts now. It is Thursday night of July 20th. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. It was a busy one for me. I had to drive into another city to my mom's house to do some stuff. And yeah, so anyway, let's jump into it, shall we? I noticed that some of you guys have been asking me to start off a little slower, like because I seem to like start off and dive right into content. Hi Scott, what's up? Hey Todd, hey Stacy, hi Colton, hi Edward, hi Troy. Um, Austin, Mandy, hi. Um, Jessica, hello. So tell me some wins this week, guys. I know that inside GAZ we often do wins when we first get started on those webinars. So tell me about some wins. Now, some of you might know I had some big wins this week. I hit 4A in my business, and what you might not know is I also hit 2A in my second lane because I'm double dipping the comp plan. So I'm pretty excited about that and pretty proud of myself. It was a good amount of work, but I hustled hard. I got it done, and it took me a little longer than I thought it would actually. But I'm still very proud of it and very happy with it. So does anybody have any wins? Hey Angela, hey Gregory, hey Vance, hey Tony, hey Ryan. Tell me a win. It doesn't even have to be about your business. It could be something you read in a book or something about mindset or something about anything. Like give me some wins if you got them. If you guys don't have any wins, then I'll just jump right into the content if you want. Okay, I'm not seeing any wins. All right, well then I'll move on. What I'm going to talk to you guys about this week is a couple of things. So I've been doing these now for 7 weeks. I've been getting a lot of great feedback. I really appreciate that. The sound is weird and keeps cutting out. Is it only me? Can you all hear me properly, or is this not good? Hey Sheldon, Corey, Todd, Jessica, Tasha, cutting out for you too, Jessica. Let me see. I may have to move to another place in my. Okay, so yeah, it's starting to rain and windy. It's starting to rain and windy, and it's getting weather here. I'm getting weather here. I live in a rural area, so sometimes when the weather goes bad, my connection gets not so fun. But hopefully you guys can hear me. Um, I'm trying to do the best I can here. Yeah, the weather's starting to pick up, so it might become a bit of an issue. I'm really sorry, guys. Hopefully you can hear me. That's kind of the best I can do right now. So there is this belief that we're kind of taught as kids is to play it safe, right? Like we're always taught, be cautious, be careful, be safe. Don't take too much risk, don't take too much craziness in your life, and nobody is ever going to reach their dreams with this mindset. Okay, this cautiousness. Pauline, hey Angela, congrats again on. Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate that. Some of you say you can hear me, and some of you say you can't. So I'm going to just keep going as best I can here because Tasha says I sound like R2D2. Oh God. Well, some weather has picked up here. I just got out of my vehicle on another mastermind, and now I'm in my house, and the weather is bad. So if I cut out, guys, I'm really sorry. Yeah, you sound like a robot and totally mutes sometimes. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Tasha. Let me see if it's any better if I do this from my phone. Actually, I'm kind of already started here, so I can't really move over to my phone now. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do my best to get through this and see if you guys can hopefully get some info. Okay, I'll try to keep it brief tonight. But this idea of playing it safe is not going to help you in your life or in your business. You really need to throw caution to the wind and say fuck that and make your goals big and shooting for the moon, like I always tell you guys. Okay. the other thing is this concept of having something to fall back on. Okay. Now I grew up in a theater, right? I was a singer, dancer, actress. I'm still a singer, dancer, actress. And often like I would hear, all the parents are saying to all the musicians, like, well, yeah, but music might not get you that far. So, go get your teaching degree so you have something to fall back on, or go to school and get, some kind of certificate so you have something to fall back on. That is the stupidest thinking out there. But this is part of the being cautious thing. This is the cautious thing that we're always taught is have a back way out. You never know what's going to happen. Well, you know what, you guys, if you have a backup plan, then you're not committed to your first plan. You're not committed to never working for somebody again if you keep something on the back burner just in case. Okay. Now I understand that this can be difficult to do because this is what we're taught. We're all taught this, right? So, this is a lesson that I was taught too, that as many of you, everybody was taught this, have something to fall back on. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, it's this fall back on thing is really fucking up society because nobody is going 110% gung-ho after what they want then, right? If you keep something on the safe side, then you're not really believing in yourself 110%, are you? Right? Because you're saying, well, if this doesn't work out, I have this, okay? But when you decide that success is the only solution to every problem and it's the only thing you're going to accept in your life, then all these, whatever BS crap of let's have something to fall back on have to go out the window, okay? There's nobody who's successful on the planet, guys, who didn't have to take a risk and go against, the grain and go against lessons they were taught by their parents, by their family, by their schools, by their teachers, everybody. We were all taught have something to fall back on. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. And yes, it's right. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. But you know what? If you're going after your goals so diligently, you do know what's going to happen in the future because you've planned for it already. You've planned what's going to happen in the next 30 days. You've planned what's going to happen in the next 60, the next 90, the next year. Okay. So don't, this fall back on idea is, and I'm talking to lots of people every week here, you guys, and I'm hearing a lot of this. I'm like, well, and I'm not saying, what, guys, okay, so just starting out in your business, you're not going to go run and quit your job, right? You need to pay your bills. The first month in your business, you're going to be learning things. You might make a little bit of money. You might make significant money. You might not make any, right? So you have to, I'm not saying don't be responsible, right? Like yes, your bills have to be paid. You have to take the responsibility for your life. But what I'm saying is that if you always play it safe, you're never going to get anywhere successful. You're never going to get anywhere beyond average. Playing it safe means average, always. Okay? Going beyond is what makes us acceptable. Going beyond is what makes us have the above average life and the above average income and the above average happiness and everything that comes along with being above average, right? Who the hell wants to be average anymore? Average sucks, it just sucks, you guys. And honestly, with the way the world is going, average is normally kind of considered middle class, right? But middle class is really not even there anymore. There is almost no middle class of people in Canada and the United States. I'm talking to people all the time, all over Canada and all over the United States. And it seems like there's people who are everybody's either paycheck to paycheck, barely making it, or they're, doing pretty well financially, but working every hour God sends. And this middle class area, that maybe we would think is like the $50,000 to $75,000 a year earners, maybe even a little bit more. It's really depleting, guys. It's really just falling. It's just not there anymore. I'm not a middle class person, and I'm sure there's lots of other people in our group who are not middle class people anymore because we do different things. But the middle class and the average is kind of kind of not becoming non-existent, sadly. And that I'm not trying to be negative. That's just the way of what's going on, guys. It's sad to say it, but the middle class are always the people who get hit the hardest with everything, right? Because they have to kind of pick up the slack for the people who are a little bit more poor, and then the rich never pay their own good fair share. So then the middle class have to pick that up too. And that's why, if we think about economy wise, that's why it's kind of becoming non-existent, because it's too much pressure on the middle class to run everything. Their taxes will always be the ones paying for everything. Okay. So the other thing I want to mention here, you guys, is here in Canada, Justin Trudeau, not the biggest fan of him. If you are, doesn't matter, but I'm not his biggest fan. And how he got in was basically saying, I'm going to take more money from the rich and put it back into the middle class and the poor people's pockets. Now, just so you guys know, this will never happen, okay? In no matter what economy you're in, whether in the United States, Canada, Great Britain, I don't freaking care where you are. Because the mentality of a rich person, like the people, let's say, making $1 million or more, or let's say 10 million a year, they will spend $2 million a year on a tax attorney if it means they don't have to spend that same $2 billion in taxes. Okay. This is the thinking of the ultra rich. It's not about what you earn. It's about what you keep. Okay. So rich people will always find a way to get in through loopholes, because there's always loopholes. No matter which government says they're going to cut all the loopholes, there's always fucking loopholes left there for everybody to exploit who have the money. But most middle class people and below don't have the money to pay for a tax attorney to find all the little nooks and crannies and, give them the benefit. So that's why I say the middle class have to take up for the rich too, because the thinking of the person of a rich mind is they never want to pay taxes ever. You guys, they will do whatever the hell they have to do and spend money on a tax attorney just to know that not one dime that they make goes back to the government, not one thin dime. You read any books about wealth, and people who become wealthy, and it's like people who amass some serious wealth, like 100 million, 200 million, 500 million, billions, they never want to pay tax in their lives, you guys. They never want to help pay for the roads, the hospitals, the schools, whatever. Okay. It is ingrained in their thinking. So, when I say they'll spend $2 million on a tax attorney so they don't spend $2 million in taxes, to them, that's the right thing to do, because they can write off what they pay to the tax attorney. It becomes a write-off. The moment the government gets your money, they're keeping it, right? So the middle class is sadly just, it's not, it's falling into non-existence, in my opinion. I'm talking to people all over the country every day. I'm talking to people all over the United States every day. And, we've all been hearing about this, but it is truly happening. Okay. So if you want out of whatever's left of the middle class, then you can't play it safe, guys. You have to start taking some risk. You have to kind of throw caution to the wind sometimes. And you got to start saying yes instead of saying no. When somebody offers you opportunity, say yes. When somebody offers you an idea, say yes. See where it takes you before you just go to, no, that's not going to work. Or no, I don't think that. Or no, I'm not going to like that. Like, if you start being yes men, essentially, or yes women, or yes people, okay, then more benefits come to you, right? If you're no, 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 then you're already stopping what could be good things coming to you just by simply saying no. So start saying yes more often. Okay, guys? The next thing I want to talk about, I talked about my wins earlier this week, but you know what, when you have a win, you have to reward yourself too. Okay. So me and my dad are going to go see Phantom of the Opera because it's coming here to Edmonton next month before the event in Vancouver. So that's my reward for hitting 4A. You know, I want to see this play. I've seen it once before, but I think it's a phenomenal opera, so I want to see it again. And I'm going with my dad. You know, so that's a reward. So don't forget that when you guys reach these, when you reach your goals, give yourself that reward. You know, your first sale, your first lead, your first trifecta sale, you know, your first whatever is so fun to have and so fun to reward yourself for. Because if you can get one, guys, you can get 10. If you can get 10, you can get 100. If you get 100, you can get 1,000. And off we go, right? So all of these, even these little goals along the way, you know, 4A is where I want to be. I want to be 6A2-3, right? But I'm going to celebrate being 4A because it took me some work to get here, and I'm here now, and I get to reward myself for that. The other thing is, and this is just kind of a something interesting that I wanted to put out there to you guys, and you tell me how you feel about it. But you know, we are always like go, 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 right? Like all go, no quit. I'm always busy. I've already got something to do. But you know, to Italians and to some Europeans, right? They have siesta in the middle of the day and they take a nap, you know, to rejuvenate themselves. And there's this thing, the words in Italian, it's dolce far niente, which means the sweetness of doing nothing. Okay. Sometimes you guys just sitting down and thinking about nothing or thinking about nothing important or reading a book that's not necessarily going to teach you, you know, about business or about mindset. It's just a topic you enjoy, or maybe you're a Stephen King fan, or I don't know, maybe you're a John Grisham fan or whatever, right? But taking that time for yourself and the dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing, you know, allowing yourself to slow down every now and then, right? If I'm giving you guys some value, just give me some likes and hearts here, because I don't know what's going on, if you guys can even hear me properly or not. I hope I'm coming through to you guys. But yeah, sometimes we just hustle, right? And I'm a hustler too, guys. I'm all go but no quit as well, and I have to remember to fill up my cup every day, you know, to take care of myself every day too, because then I have nothing to give to you if I don't take care of myself. So think about that for a second. You know, like a lot of Europe thinks that way. They're like the sweetness of doing nothing. Here in Canada and North America and, you know, United States, we have become the society of keep moving, keep